Welcome, welcome, welcome.
For sure. Thank you for
Awesome.
having me.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. You guys came at a great time. This training today is all about how to use LinkedIn as a WFG agent. So you came at a good time. We're actually going live as well. So going to be recorded. So I just want to welcome everyone here to the Prospecting Masterclass. Hello, Irina. Hello, Miguel. And hello to everyone watching us live that's on Facebook, watching us live. I'm glad to have you here and glad to have you all tune in. Today, I want to help you find success using LinkedIn. And we just find that so many WFG agents in the financial space, or even Primerica uh, and Experior Financial, they're finding huge success using LinkedIn, and especially on the recruitment side. So today, my intention is for all of you to gain some strategies, 100% free, on how to find success recruiting and selling on LinkedIn. All right. So if you're watching me live there, if you're watching me here on Facebook, if you can put, the comment live down below. Put a comment live down below if you're watching me live here on Facebook. That way, more people can see this stream, more people can check it out, and more other WFG agents will find it as well. So I'm gonna step by step kind of break it down for you. And I know Irina and Miguel, maybe did you guys want to introduce yourselves and say hi to everyone here? Or say hi to everyone. You guys can do that now.
Sure. Hello, everyone. My name is Irina, and I'm in Calgary, and I'm learning all the things today.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Miguel. I'm coming here from Arizona, so Phoenix, Arizona, and been in WFG for almost coming up on a year now. So still a lot to learn here. So that's why I'm joining on this masterclass today. So hopefully this brings a lot of value to you guys too, as much as it does for myself. So thank you, Kevin.
Awesome. Yeah, really great to meet you guys. I know we've all jumped on some phone calls in the last couple of weeks. Uh, so, and by the way, if all of you here, Miguel and Irene, if you know anyone that would find value from this, feel free to share this with them. Because I'm going to kind of break down LinkedIn, the ins and outs, and how to use it, LinkedIn, just for WFG. So just to know just about me, I'm actually a WFG agent myself. I'm just not licensed. I don't do much. I paid that, I think it's 135 bucks to get coded. Didn't start my HLLQP yet. Didn't start any of that, but um, I kind of know what it's like, and I'm always on phone calls with hundreds of people in WFG that really want to find success. So I'm gonna first start it off. If you this is a pretty actionable workshop as well. So if you're watching me live here or also on this in Zoom, feel free to open your profile up with me as well. Like you can pull up your LinkedIn on your end, so we can actually do this together, and we can build our LinkedIn's together. That way, you're not just listening to some dude talk. That you can, actually take action on it as well. So let's start it off with a profile. All right. So I'm here on LinkedIn. So what you may notice about LinkedIn, I know all of us here has our own experience with LinkedIn. Miguel does, Irina does. We all have different levels. Just the kind of basics, step by step on one LinkedIn is that it's just like Facebook, professional. It's like a professional Facebook. Top right, you may notice, um, there's news, there's some courses that you can take. These are LinkedIn Learning. Some of it's free, some of it's paid. You can actually take some courses. It's great. It's just like, Facebook, where you can post in the middle. There's 4 actions right here. You could post photos. You could post a video. You could post a job posting. like, hey, I'm hiring, or I'm expanding. We have a business expansion, for example. Or you can also write articles which will brand you as a really great expert on LinkedIn. These are really good. Those who write articles are actually the ones who are find a lot of success, who get a lot of attention. Um, More of an introduction, like this is, this is the feed, just like any feed on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, like, comment, all this stuff to build engagement. LinkedIn's engagement is like, I think 7 times greater on Facebook, on LinkedIn versus Facebook. More people will see your content on LinkedIn than they would on Facebook. Where I heard it's like only like, it would be like a 0.5% of all your connections will see. On LinkedIn, you can only have, your maximum is 30,000 people you can have connected with. 30,000 people. On Facebook, it's 5,000. So there is a limit, but on LinkedIn, more people will see your stuff. So I'm going to start it off with my profile. I'm going to show you my profile, and I'm also going to show you some of my clients' profiles as well. In WFG, you can see their profiles and you can check it out. Just to be transparent, I'm going to change my cover photo. This is kind of like low resolution, but we're going to fix it up. So this is the profile. The couple of cool things about this, just like Facebook, where the cover photo, this is the cover photo. There are certain dimensions. You can make one on Canva. And since we're going to work with you, Irina, we're actually going to build you this as well. We're going to make this for you, make it look really nice. And you can put your cat there as well. So on the left, you can put a photo of yourself. It's a circular photo. You can put a photo of you. You can also add a frame, like open to work, hiring, things like that. I don't really. Yeah, I don't really need that. It doesn't look nice. But you can add a frame, open to work, hiring. It's just like a way that just shows that, hey, you're hiring. On the top left is something what they call the headline. Headline. This is where, you could post whatever you have there, such as whatever you do. It's a basic catch line. I want you to think of this as a storefront. This is a storefront. I'm here traveling in New York, and they have tons of bodegas on the street, corner stores, and they all have things that say, hey, get your chicken, get pizza for 99 cents, get get a drink for 99 cents. There's free French fries or something, free burger, and it's big and bold, and it attracts people to them. I want you to think of this as a storefront. You don't own a store, you don't have any offices. Maybe you do have an office, but I'm sure in WFG you can't just post an office. There's all this compliance laws and issues and regulations that you can't do. But this is a chance for you to have a storefront headline. So put this, I would really suggest that you have something attractive that's direct and very simple. You may notice a pencil here. This is where you can edit. You put your name. You could actually pronounce your name. Some people, just like for people that don't know how to pronounce their names, you can record it and be like, hey, Irina or Miguel. So that's the headline. You can edit it here. Current position, you can change that to directly what you do. By the way, if you have 100 different things that you're doing, you can confuse people a lot. if you're if you're like, let's say you have a job, a day job, and you have a side hustle, and you do real estate, and you do WFG, if you try to promote all four, it's going to hurt your business. I would really suggest that you pick one. Like, for example, Miguel, are you doing anything else other than WFG? Or
No, not really, not at the moment. I do have my licenses for auto, though, auto insurance and commercial insurance, but I just haven't opened up anything yet.
okay, so like you don't have a day job, or
No.
you're doing it full time?
Hmm.
Oh, sweet, rock on, dude, rock on.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like some of my clients, they do 4 or 5 things, and they try to confuse everyone. I would suggest you commit to one, just for marketing purposes. Just for marketing, commit to one. You can do all of them on your own time, but if you try to promote all of them on your profile, it's going to really confuse everyone, and everyone's going to be like, "What do you do?" You can show your education, um, country. By the way, if you wherever you sync this to, it'll bring more connections from these people. Like, let's say you live in Calgary or Vancouver or Canada, Edmonton, Phoenix, Arizona, Glendale. You'll find more people in those areas if you set that selection, and it goes through your postal code. You can set your industry, blah blah blah, profile ID. This is great because like you can. This is a great place for people to track you, and you can find leads through this as well. So this is the contact info. You could go on mine, um, and I want to show you a great example of how you can find leads through there. So who's an example of someone you're looking to target? Irina, who's an example?
I haven't made it that far yet.
Okay. All right. So some of my clients in WFG, they want to target driven, motivated people that are maybe like you can
Oh,
find those athletes. Let's say you want to target an athlete. Uh, you could even look up athlete. Uh, let's say like hockey player. Let's say you want to target hockey players in Canada. All right. So some of these people here, they play hockey. This guy's a financial advisor who works with hockey players. Some of these guys work in hockey teams. So I'm gonna pick a random one. Adrian. Let's say you want to contact her. You can actually go to contact info, and you can sometimes find her email and her number. However, she doesn't have that up under the contact info thing. So let's say I go here, contact info. No, they don't have his. Let me try to find. Some people have their numbers there, by the way. Lady works at the NBA. Oh, all right. Well, okay. Well, some of them don't have it. Some people put their phone numbers and emails. That's a great way to get a lead as well. You can call them directly. LinkedIn used to have a place where you could actually scrape it, and you'll have a whole spreadsheet of all your friends' numbers in one place. But that changed. So I'm going to go back to mine. Contact info. Then here's the about me. What's really key about this is add some stuff that's really direct. Make it very easy. to tell people what you do. Like very easy. Like right, even looking at this, I made this a long time ago. This is very like confusing. So I'm gonna make it very simple. I'm gonna try to think of talking to a 5-year-old. Uh, I'm not even gonna put the mission there. It's just too big. So like I said, I'm trying to promote a bunch of things. I'm gonna delete it. Contact me here. Or you can even add maybe something about yourself. About me. I'm a 26-year-old man from Canada, Calgary. I worship God. I'm a Christian, and I love adventure. There's more I'd put, but whatever. I'll just, there you go. Just make it very simple. About you. And then here is the featured section. Here's the featured section to show some cool things. You can actually post all your successful clients. Let's say you have successful clients that you sold a life insurance, IUL, you've helped someone pay off $15,000 in debt. Let's say you help someone retire early. Maybe one of your agents made like 100K in commissions, and let's say you have some great wins. You could put this here. So I put all my successful clients. I show all my people who've made money with me and who got recruits. I put all the success here because I want people to see it. I want people to just see honest. You can see how many people viewed your profile, post views. Also, by the way, these are great leads, by the way. On the right-hand side, you'll see people also viewed. These are leads for you. These are people who showed a little bit of interest in you. So, this is one of my staff, Claudine and Angelo. They both work with me. So, but this guy here, he like connected with me. He checked me out. There's something he wants to do with me. I'll be like, hey, Jared, thanks for viewing. What inspired you to reach out? Oh, check me out. Boom. Yeah. I'll do the same. Hello, Brad. Thanks for checking me out. How can I help? And then, yeah, activity, you can put your experience. I'm sure you guys all know that. It's good to have this because it makes yourself look real. If you don't have this, it reduces trust with people, by the way. It reduces trust. Yeah. Education, all this stuff. Now, do you guys have any questions?
No, it's simple so far. Just talk about yourself like a real human.
True. Miguel.
Yeah, I mean, I just didn't know that all these features and all these different things were available on LinkedIn. So this is all new for me. So it's pretty interesting. Like I think I spend most of my time on social media, like either on Instagram or Facebook, and post more or less personal stuff, but not so much like business related stuff on those personal accounts, but this is really yeah, this is a game changer. So yeah, this is really awesome.
For sure. Yeah, it's really good. I'm gonna show you. Can I show you guys one of my clients? So these are a couple of my WFG clients. Oh, so this is one of his accounts. We made his profile photo, like, it's all right, cover photo. We upgraded his headline. He's all about like conquering financial literacy. We're gonna make it unique to the words that you want. And then I made his about me section. Made it very simple. Let's talk money. There's that. And then shows his senior marketing director. He talks about what he does. And also, by the way, it's good to have this. Let's say you have a client that you want to sell. Let's say you really want to sell a client, you want to sign them up. You can send them a recommendation. This is a great follow-up. Before I met Udayan, we were working, like, we just spoke. I had to follow up on him maybe once or twice. But before I got him as a client, I followed up with him with this. This is just an easy testimonial to just like reinforce that he's a good person. And you could send this to all your clients or prospects, just to like, hey, you're awesome, recommendation. And you could also endorse them, their skills. This person's great.
So
Yeah,
I got a question on that.
sure.
So no recommendations is like that's like something they would post onto your profile just as something that they did or something that you were able to help them with. Is that how that works?
Yeah. So how it works is that these are you can do it both ways. You can post it on theirs, and they can post it on yours. So I recommended him. Now I'm gonna ask for him one back. I'll be like, yo, recommend me now, man. So I'll be like, so like, this is what it comes up. Hey, Udayan, hope you're well. I'm looking to expand my marketing. Can you give me a good recommendation? Feel free to be honest. Have a great day. Boom. This is both great follow-up ways to follow up with someone. And then I'm gonna just like make his profile look good. Boom. Yeah. Awesome. I'll show you another one of my clients. Here's another. This guy works. Do you guys know who Ed Milet is? Yeah. So this guy's on Ed Milet's team. And we made this for him. I actually really like this cover photo. It's really nice. Some muscle dude. That, I think he made this. I think someone made this for him. But yeah, this is his profile. Looks really good. has a bunch of recommendations. I gave him a recommendation a long time ago. I want to show you another guy who's not my client, but maybe you might know him. You guys must know this man.
Yep, he's here in Calgary.
It's Mr. Holbrook. So Steve Holbrook, he's like really great. He's like a high up dude. He has a huge team. He's all about branding on LinkedIn. He brands himself as like a peak performer, someone who builds people up. And like he doesn't even talk about anything about WFG here. He talks about self-development. That's the way he's pivoting. Leadership development. As a coach, he's branding himself as a coach. So that's his about me. I'd kind of clean this up a bit for him. But what he does, what I really want to show you is how he uses content to really like stay on top of the game and to get attention. I know WFG is 100% like warm market. Relationships, warm market, referrals. That's a common word you guys use. If you want to build warm relationships, do that through content. Do that through posting great stuff that's high quality. Like I can tell that he doesn't even do this himself. I think he hires someone to do it for him, but it's really good quality stuff. Talks about consistency. This is content that would like attract guys like me that are like, or guys that are motivated. He hired has a photographer, taking great photos, and engaging people. People are engaging on his stuff. I'm trying to work a deal on this guy. Trying to get him to buy my stuff. Really great. So if I look at some of his content, I would really suggest all of you guys start using video. Are you guys using video at all?
Yeah, I've tried a little bit of video, not too much though. Like I have a couple of them, but as far as being consistency with it, like every day or every week, like building that up, like that's I guess where I'm slacking at. So yeah, for sure.
By the way, video that is more authentic, that like is with your phone, converts more, by the way. It's like 60% more sales if you use your phone versus like a videographer. Because people just did like, hey, what's up? I just want to share with you 3 steps to how to retire early. And that will brand you, that'll bring you more warm leads coming in. I do it sometimes. I use a truth cam. I just go on and I just say what's up for me. And the more authentic it is, and if you do one take, by the way, like if you do one take with your video, it really looks really good. It's like more real, authentic. So this is him doing it here.
What does all in look like? I don't mean quitting your job today if you can't afford to. It's not what I mean. I mean, what if this became the goose that laid the golden eggs? What if you weren't involved in 5 things anymore? What if this was it? What if you just succumbed to this business being your business, your goose that laid the golden eggs today if you can't afford to? It's not what I mean. I mean, what if this became the goose that laid the golden eggs? What if you weren't involved in 5 things anymore? What if this was it? What if you just succumbed to this business being your business, your system, your goose that laid the golden eggs? How would that change your perspective? How would that change your team's chances of making it here? If you're dabbling in 5 things.
So boom, this guy knows how to brand. I'm sure all of you can relate to this talking about. So yeah. Uh, cool. All right. All right. So far I covered the first four. So far I've covered the first four. I'm gonna show a little bit of scripting as well. All right. So super key to build a brand. All right. Before I get here, what do you guys how many hours are you spending per day using LinkedIn? I know Irina, we spoke earlier, but you guys want to share again?
Nothing really too exciting right now. I've had the profile for a few years, but I've kind of abandoned it in the last couple of years. So I need to get back to it and get it actually set up and showing and visible, if nothing else, and start utilizing it.
All right, okay. So you're not sending any messages at all per day?
Not right now. Facebook has been my thing for the last year or so.
Okay. And my friend Miguel?
Yeah, I don't even use LinkedIn at all. Like I have my profile, but like I don't ever utilize it. Send messages on it. Like the main thing I do is send messages on mainly on Instagram right now. So I spend probably like a good um, minimum 2 hours, 3 hours a day trying to send out messages on there. And then Facebook, I'll post some things on there, but it's more personal and just been adding a lot of like a lot of people, a lot of friends in common. So just
Right.
trying to make new connections like that. But LinkedIn, like that's something I just never dabble in. So
Right, okay. Hmm. I swear with my on the Bible that if you prospect on LinkedIn instead of Facebook, or if you do all of it but you focus a lot on LinkedIn, you will blow up your team, bro. You'll get tons of opportunity. And you guys got to do it fast before it gets super saturated.
Right? Which makes sense, right? Because LinkedIn is the professional part of it, right? So when you're talking to people, it has have to do with some kind of either employment or opportunities or those kind of topics rather than just, hey, look at my dog.
True. Yeah. LinkedIn, like what I find is like there's a book called The One Thing by Stephen Holbrook, or no, not Stephen Holbrook, Keller Williams. And he talks about the one thing. There's one task that'll grow your business. There's so many things we could do. Like today, I was working on my accounting, my admin, tracking payroll, paying staff, sending emails. Like there's hundreds of tasks to do in business, but there's only one that will really make money. That without doing this one task, everything else doesn't matter. And it's lead gen for me. When I first started, it was lead gen. And now that I have a team that does lead gen for me, I focus a lot on marketing, like getting attention for my brand. But the one thing in your WFG business is to focus on leads. How do you prospect? How do you fill up your funnel? And he says in your day you should block off a minimum of 4 hours a day in the morning, and that should be done first, prospecting. I know you maybe have meetings every day, maybe you have team meetings, maybe you're building client plans, maybe you're doing all these different things throughout the day. But he says if you block off this time from this time to this time, everything else in your business will work out. This has to be done first. So I taught this in many classes in the past, of lead gen classes, marketing classes, and I still teach it to this day, of prospecting. So what my team does is we block around 4 hours, 2 to 4 hours. Each person on my team, we block off 4 hours to send messages. And it's mainly prospecting on LinkedIn. I have a team doing cold calling as well. But we block off, and we're blocking off so much hours a day just prospecting. And I promise that if you do this one thing, you will grow. If you don't have time, I really suggest that you at least block 1 hour, at least that, or you have someone doing it for you, which is what our team does. So time blocking is super key. It involves not letting anyone into the room, not letting anyone distract you during that block, not letting no taking phone calls from your friend, no no calling your mom or your dad. It's a straight commitment, straight focus for that time frame of prospecting. You're basically spending so much time in this, booking meetings. So I'm going to show you a little bit of scripts. Before I get to scripts, I just want to let you know that there are 4 actions to take to make contact on LinkedIn. Any of you guys know what they are? Want to take a guess?
As far as lead generation goes, or what are we talking about?
Yeah, on the screen here. Want to take a guess at the 4 actions to take for sales, for finding leads in business?
Talk to all the people.
Close. Close. You're close there. Close.
So, prospecting, or is that one of them?
Kinda.
So maybe like having the same, I wouldn't say like a one-liner for everyone, but just something as far as like having a like structured script that you send to certain people, or like different strategies to send to certain people.
Okay. That's possible. That's
Okay.
that's an element. I wouldn't say it's an action, no. But I'll show you here. We're close. We're close though. It's called messaging, messages, connection. Uh, These are the 4 actions that you could take. You could send messages, connects, endorsements, and visits. The difference between a connect and a message, I know it sounds both alike. A message is to someone who you already know. This is someone who's already a friend, someone who's already accepted your friend request, that it accepted you already. Message. Connect is to someone who is 2nd or 3rd degree. That means there's someone you don't exactly quite know them. Endorsements, you already know what that is. I've already spoken it already. Visits mean, hey, I visited profile and checked them out. That means they'll get a notification, or they'll see on their screen that, hey, like John looked at your profile. So let's say I want to talk to athletes. I want to get some athletes on my team. I have a bunch of clients that want athletes on their team as well. Going live on Instagram as well. So let's say like Irina, you're in Calgary, yeah? All right, I'm gonna look at the Calgary Flames. I'm gonna go target some people in the Calgary Flames. There's 2,800 people that say they work with the Calgary Flames. Just for Miguel's benefit, this is it's basically a sports team, hockey team. We used to be the best, but not anymore. Yeah. Uh, so as you can tell, like none of them are connected with me. None of them are. We're not friends yet. We don't know any like, and you can tell this by the fact that it says connect and not message. That means they don't know me. We're not friends yet. If I press first, actually some of them are. You know, some of them are. They used to work there. You know, past account manager at the Flames. Some of these guys, they actually work on the corporate side of the Calgary Flames. But if I go to second and third, so these are people that I don't know yet. I'm gonna be like, hey, a good connection request for me, for if I was in WFG is, hey, I'm looking to connect with more leaders. Let's connect. This is what we'd be doing for you, Irina, as we build up your profile. We just sent a bunch of those. There's a couple restrictions that LinkedIn has. You can only spend up to 400 per month, which is 100 a week. This is because it used to be unlimited, by the way, but now that people are complaining that there's spamming, they're trying to combat people like me that spam others. So they built this restriction to stop us. So we really have to adopt. This is what I'd be sending on behalf of WFG. And then we could be like, send. And then we'd repeat. Hello, Brad. Looking to network with more leaders. Let's connect, Kevin. We just repeat this every day. We do this manually, by the way, as well. We could use automation, but automation can get you in trouble. That's just my own experience. I'm going to show you a World Financial Group script, WFG script, and all of you guys can have this. I'll give it to all of you. I'll give this to whoever's in the Zoom. So Irina and Miguel. So this is the script that we use. This has gotten us tons of results, by the way. Some of the results equal this. This is Jason. He hired us last year. We booked him 40 meetings. We got 10 licensed recruits in 2 months. He's one of the top recruiters in his team. This is Dolores. She's still with us, by the way. 53 meetings, 3 paid recruits signed up. This is the script that we're using. This would be the connection request. Some people don't like it when we say part-time, full-time work from home because you could get in trouble. So if you don't want to say you're hiring, you could choose any of these other ones. Just like this is the connection message. So if let's say if I'm talking to someone else, I'll just send this. Boom. Let's say they reply, yes, I am interested. If they reply and they're like, yes, then this is our reply. If they're interested, we're going to book the call. There are other scripts here that we could use, but we like to keep it very simple. Why don't we jump on the phone? What's your number? I'm excited to discuss this opportunity with you. Yeah. And we just booked tons of meetings. Anything? You guys want to ask anything? Comments, questions?
So you said that we can use some of those ones for ourselves, right? And then we can obviously come up with our own too, or just have our own closing scripts too on that, or just like if we come up with some different ones or different ideas.
You can add to it. I just sent it to you all. It's in the chat.
Okay, cool.
I'm giving. You owe me $1,000. Just kidding. All right. So we're almost done. I like to keep these at about an hour.
So this would be just overall, just like a basic overview of what we can do on LinkedIn just to grow our businesses this way, right?
Yeah, correct.
And then if not, then this is something that you and your team will be able to do for us to automate, or like automate it almost to where instead of us sitting here for like 4 hours a day and manually typing these messages, and that's something you guys take care of.
Yeah, we just duplicate it. We just do it for you.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
right, yeah.
like Irina took advantage of the deal today of doing something like this. So that's why she's here. And like, for example, like we'd be doing for her is we'd be really targeting whoever she wants us to target. So maybe Miguel, do you have an example of maybe someone that you're looking to recruit in your team? Give an example.
Not a specific person, but I know more or less like from what I've heard and my experiences is like a lot of like professionals in like the medical fields, like nurses, maybe any kind of PhD doctors, or just anybody specifically for medical. They always do really great.
So let's look at doctors. So you can actually look up doctors here. And to make it easier, you could actually look up doctors and Arizona. So if they're both in Arizona, you can actually look up that word. You press people at the top. You can see that there's a whole selection you can pick. There's 17,000 people in this area. Easy. You can select, Arizona, location, are they your current friend, are they maybe someone. I would like, if you don't know them, I would really suggest you go to second and third, just so you can start building your profile. You can choose the company, or you could get premium, by the way. Premium is a great place. Like, you guys have heard of premium, Sales Navigator. You can use this and you can actually target really more detailed people. You can do these in different ways. You can recruit, you can use for sales. Um,
What would your, I guess, preferred setup be? Premium or the non-premium? What are sort of the features and benefits in a nutshell?
mm, yeah, right here, like Sales Navigator, it lets you send more, like you can send more messages to people you don't know. With without it, you might get more restrictions. You can save leads as well. Like, let's say you find someone that you really like and you really want to connect with, you can save the lead. You can keep a list. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff. Like, it's all here. I've never used business. I don't know what that's like. I like this. I might retry this. But I'll do that later. Um, but it's not needed, Irina. It's not needed at all for you to use that. You could use it. It's a plus. It might be just an extra expense for you. Um, yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry. I got so many accounts that we're managing here. Sorry. This is how I track all my accounts. So, oh, no, do that later. One more thing I wanted to add is groups. So let's say you really want to, you can actually look, you can find groups. That's like, it's like basically shooting fish in a barrel. I know Miguel's a shooter, he has guns. So, yeah, man, there's all these groups here you can connect with. Not probably not ideal, but 87, 43, you can join those groups and you could go there and just start like getting attention in there, joining them.
So like to join a group and then like post some content in there, like a video, and try to get some leads that way.
Yeah, like you could do that. However, they already have so many people that are like really already doing that.
Hmm.
I would suggest like really commenting. That's a great strategy, by the way. Um, if you want success on social media, commenting is like will get you leads coming to you. It's really crazy. It's like a weird formula. We started getting leads coming to us, and like people that were hot, easily converting into cash leads when we were commenting. It's just like an easy way to market yourself. So like it's free as well. Like this is awesome. I've one of my clients uh, saved like let's say like this is a I don't actually have this, but like let's say I'm a WFG agent and I had a client that like saved that retired super early, donated 100K to the children's hospital in Calgary. it's not spammy, but it shows a couple things. It shows that you have clients. It shows that you're getting results for your clients, and it relates to the post because he talks about donating. This lady's talking about raising money for some sort of fundraiser, but it promotes you as well. But only do that if it's true, and, and try not to spam because spam, no one likes that. Let's try to focus on adding value in the conversation. So, yeah, honestly, that's all I really wanted to cover today. Top of the hour. You any questions? Anything you want to say or reject?
Thank you for your time, Kevin. It was definitely helpful to revisit some of the details, if nothing else, of LinkedIn, because, like I said, I abandoned it in the last couple of years. So there have been some changes since my last interaction with it. So it's good to have the refresher of what the things are and what kind of the purpose of each thing is, just to start building my business and my network.
Yeah. Glad to give you a refresher. And Miguel.
Yeah, definitely, man. I mean, same thing. Like, I don't really utilize it that much, but for sure, I'm gonna definitely go on there and update some features of my profile and add some more value to it, and then try to connect with some more people. So, I mean, if I have any questions, I can always reach out to you, right? Or
Yeah, I have an open door.
okay, for sure. That's awesome too. I mean, that just brings a lot of value, to us trying to grow our business, and then I know more people will find the value in it too. So I could even shoot you some recommendations too on for other agents that might be struggling or might be trying to get a good start off to their business too. So definitely appreciate it, man.
For sure. I really love that. And just like you guys have referrals, we do have a referral program as well. So we give you guys a cut of the cake, just like you guys when you guys are selling a plan to someone else.
Sweet.
So awesome.
All right,
Yeah.
man.
Hope you guys have a great day. God bless you. And see you soon.
Thank you. Same to you, man.
Bye.
Bye.
Awesome. Thanks for everyone tuning in to today's masterclass. Glad that all of you got tons of value through this class. If you all of you are interested in what we do, any plans, any programs that we have, we do lead gen programs. We can help you recruit and grow your team. And yeah, send me a message if you need anything. Have a great day, everyone. And if any of you want information on this, all right, let me just if you guys want to talk more about what we do, book a call with me. If you're interested and want to learn more, book a call with me. Press the link down below in the chat. Awesome. Have a great day, everyone. God bless all of you and keep you in Jesus' name. Hallelujah. God bless all these guys. Keep them safe. Amen.